Hey Aries, it's your honest homegirl Keisha Neat, and this is your intuitive timeless reading. So when you see this reading is for you. Take what resonates. What doesn't resonate, leave for another healing homie. With that said, how I do my readings, I do your intuitive message first, and then we get into your honest talking tarot session. I do apologize for the noise because somebody is doing construction or cutting down trees as I'm doing your reading. And it kind of correlates with the intuitive message that I have for you guys because you are literally under construction at this time, whether you want to be or you're forced to be. You are being encouraged to empower yourself, okay? You are encouraged to step into your power as far as believing in yourself again, because I feel like due to relationships with family, friends, and even with yourself, there's a sense of loss of your self-worth, okay? You allowed the things that people may have said or done towards you to change how you look at yourself. And at one point in time, that's not who you were, okay? I feel like due to this, the, you know, not the backlash, but the, what's the word that I'm looking for? The imbalance within yourself, as far as you always being in your head now, you having restless nights, you're always up thinking about the worst. Those things have happened because you've allowed, like I said, other people to tell you who you are. When at one given point in time, you knew exactly who you were. Aries is of self. Aries is probably one of the zodiac signs that knows the most about themselves. So you shouldn't allow anything or anyone to tell you who you are. Only you know who you are. And it's like you lost who you were, the essence of who you are, and allowed people, places, and things to brainwash you into believing that you're something else that you're not. So I feel like come the fall of this year, you will definitely start to have victory, if not before the fall, depending on how much work you do on yourself, how much, you accept the challenge of growth, and internalizing the peace within you and the self-confidence within you. You're going to have victory, okay? For some of you, it may take 4 months. For some of you guys, it may take, there may be like four particular things that are holding you back, or four people that may have, questioned, made you question who you are and what you contribute to the world and to your family and to your friends. I'm getting the energy of needing to be selfish, what people would consider selfish, which is you being selfless to yourself and not to other people at this time. Any unjust that has been done to you, that will be rectified. Some of you are dealing with the court systems, okay? Things are going to fall into place for you. You may have dealt with court issues and things may have come up that made you question. People may have said things about you and it made you question who you were, in your character. Don't allow those things to those programs to be instilled into you. Control, Alt, delete the things that people have said to you about who you were, and you know for a fact that that's not who you are. For others of you, you may be mindful of speeding. Okay, you don't want to get any speeding tickets. For others of you, like I said, if there was any wrongdoing to you, those things are going to be dealt with, okay? God, Allah, whoever you believe in, Yeshua, Yahweh, they're going to spin the block for you, okay? They're going to spin the block for you if somebody has actually done anything to you. They will spin the block for you. And in a sense of how they've made you feel, they're going to have to deal with that as well. Somebody's going to end up questioning their character or telling them who they are when that's not really who they are. Like, they're going to experience whatever it is that you had to experience, okay? If that has resonated with you so far, Aries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your girl's channel, okay? Because your homegirl really does appreciate this love and the support. With that said, let's get into your honest talking tarot session. I feel like you guys, your energy is like up and down all the time. Like, one minute you have like this, why am I getting like manic phases or stages? Like, one minute it's like you're down and depressed, and then it's like you have this burst of energy, but really this burst of energy is like a manic phase. I gotta go back to my psychology notes, because there's what you think is like good energy. It's like a defense mechanism type of thing. I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna have to look that up, okay? Let me see if I could look that up now. Let me pause this music so that I can look something up really quickly for you guys. Some of you may suffer from being bipolar, hypomania, or acute mania, delirious mania, stage 2. Oh no, hypomania is stage 1, stage 2 is acute mania, and then stage 3 is delirious mania. I want to know what this is. Okay, episodes of symptoms. It says, technically, if you have a manic episode, you have a mental health condition. Mania can be part of several mental health conditions, including bipolar 1 disorder, seasonal affective disorder. Okay, so like seasonal affective disorder is definitely something that is true, because in the wintertime, people get more depressed than anything because the sun is not out as long and it's cold and it's dark. Then we also have postpartum psychosis, and then schizophrenia disorder. Let's see. Some of you could be suffering from these things and don't even know it. It says manic behavior is not a disorder on its own, but rather a symptom of a mental disorder. The most common alignment associated with this is called bipolar disorder, formerly called manic depression. Bipolar disorder is a serious condition in which those who suffer with it go through extreme mood swings. These are called manic episodes. Now, if this isn't you, this may be someone around you. They may be dealing with this and don't even know that they have this. Okay. What are the causes? If your partner is suddenly more sexually demanding, it could be a symptom of mania. Hyposexuality is a common manic or hypomanic symptom. For some people, people with bipolar disorder are particularly vulnerable. What? I don't know what that is. I want to know some signs and symptoms of this. I guess those are some signs. People being overly sexual, if that's not exactly who they are. A decreased need for sleep. Okay, so some of you may deal with insomnia. You can't sleep. Easily distracted. What else they have? Yeah, increased interest in sex is definitely one of them. Okay, rapid speaking or activity. Sudden participation in risky activities, substance abuse, agitation, racing thoughts. Yeah. That's a lot, some of the signs that they put up there for that. So guys, if you feel like this, or you may think someone else may feel like this, speak with them, see if they want the help, okay? Because you know you can't help people unless they want the help themselves. But if it's you and you want help, go definitely speak to a therapist, okay? Because I am not one, okay? So go seek some professional help for those that need it, okay? It will do the body and the mind and the spirit good, okay? All right, so let's see, what does Aries need to be okay? What does Aries need to be self-aware of self? That's funny. Let's put this down so we can look at these cards, if you can see them better. What about family and friends? Okay, we'll look at all of those. Finances for Aries. Finances and love relationships. What's going on with love? Okay, this came out sideways. Yeah, there's some candle magic there. All right. Overall energy, matters of the heart, okay? Now, Aries, when it comes to self-awareness, this is self-awareness of you, okay? You have to be aware of how you feel. You have to be aware of what your triggers are. You have to be aware of how others make you feel. You have to be aware of what it is that you're doing, where you're going in life, the decisions that you're making. Because I feel like you have the energy of knowing everybody else but yourself. I don't know if a job made it that way where you had to manage other people and, you know, the focus was off of self and now you have to focus on these people. For others of you, you know, this could be family where you started a family and it's no more focusing on you but focusing more on them. And even in just a relationship, if you don't have children or a husband or whatever and you're single, you could just be dating people and it's like your focus is not on your needs but more so of the other person's needs, and that's not fair to you, because when you exclude yourself out of the group, you're no longer self-aware of who you are and what your needs are and what your wants are and how, you know, other people can affect you as a person too, you know? So it's like you have to always put yourself first. When they tell you love yourself, that's the only way you can love others, is because you are aware of who you are, what your needs are, what your wants are, how things affect you. And then when you're dealing with other people, you have to make sure that there's a give and a take, okay? This way, there's some type of compromise where you're not always compromising yourself for other people and only they are benefiting from the situation, okay? It's time for you to really, again, step back in your power, figure out who you are again. You got to remember what you needed and what you wanted back then when you knew yourself is totally different now. So it's like you're going to have to really get to know yourself more so you know what your needs and your wants are, your triggers are, the type of people you need to stay around, not be around, you know, all of that good stuff, okay? So it's more of a focus on you again and putting yourself first. That's the only way you'll be able to move forward on a good note, on a good path, with a good mind frame, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You want to have victory with getting to know you again, okay? Now let's look at family and friends. Let's move this to the side because you have a lot of cards here for family and friends. Okay, so Do for Love is playing right now. So it's like I'm getting the energy of you'll do anything for love, whether it's love of your family, love of your friends. There's an energy of you'll risk it all, do it all. And it's like, again, that still stems from you will rather choose to belittle yourself. You will rather choose to go out your way, or you will overextend yourself, or you will, not speak up for yourself and speak your truth, all for love. Whether it's the love of your mom, the love of your dad, the love of your family, friends, your spouse, your children. It's like, what is that teaching them? Because when it comes to family and friends, there's a lot of things that you have been mentally and emotionally dealing with, okay, pertaining to family and friends. Like I said, you've been heavily affected by your family and your friends and your peers and your coworkers and, people that you'll love. You would want them to love you the way you love them, type of energy. And I heard no judgmental zone. So it's like, you may be the type of person where there's no judgmental zone. Like, it's like, just say what you got to say. Let's fix what we got to fix so we can move forward, type of energy. But people are not like that with, I wanted to say no longer like that with you. Maybe they put on a facade of embodying your energy because there's people out there that will imitate your energy for you to like them, because then it's like, ooh, this person is just like me, but then really that person is really not like you. I'm also feeling too like there's a lot of healing mentally and emotionally that you're dealing with when it comes to your family. Like, you just want, your family to be good. You just want your family to have abundance in life. You want your family, you want to give and take. You want reciprocity. And it's like, it seems like all of that right now has been blocked. That's been blocked. Okay. The growth that you want, the give and take that you want with your family and your friends is being blocked. And the feeling that I'm getting, the reason why it's blocked is due to you doing too much. I was just reading in one of my books just now about how if you just give, and you don't allow people to learn their own lessons, you infiltrating in what they need to learn for themselves is only going to be a detriment to you. You're thinking it's something that's being beneficial, but you can't do for everybody, okay? You can't, because now you're taking away from doing for you, because it's your reading is all about you, and you so focused on doing and giving, and it's like, how are people going to learn to love you? They will never be able to learn to love you because you're not giving them the opportunity to. So this is something that you may need to wrap your head around. And that's why what you've been seeking, you can't get, because you're not even giving it to yourself. I'm also seeing here too that there's a message here from a female ancestor about some toxicity going on. There's some type, and then to have this here, this candle card with love, that's a no-go. Do not do that. Do not allow other people to do it for you, because at the end of the day, your hands will still be dirty. This can alter a situation in a way that you may not want it to. Don't do it. You may have been thinking about doing it. Don't do it. No matter what you do, there's always going to be good and bad in people. But the thing is, you have to allow things to run its course. You have to allow things to run its course. You have to allow your family, your friends, your spouse, your children, yourself to learn the lessons that you were intended to learn this lifetime. You cannot change or alter that, because those lessons will still be there to learn. You can delay them, you can postpone them, but you will still have to go through it. There's nothing that you can't escape from those things. For others of you, you're It's like, I don't know why I wanted to say the word bleeding. I don't know. Maybe like somebody stabbed you in the heart, like the energy of, they broke your heart in some way and it's like bleeding. And a lot of your pain and frustration came from family and has come from friends. I just had a neighbor cross my yard just now. You may have a sick neighbor. Okay. And you may be going to get them food or giving them food, or you may see a neighbor like cross your yard to go give another neighbor something. I don't know. I don't know why I just heard protect thy neighbor. Maybe you feel like you need to protect somebody. I don't know, that's in your neighborhood or that's a neighbor of yours, or I don't know. Now, for others of you, when it comes to family and friends, there's going to be a blockage of anything negative, okay? Anything low vibrational, anything toxic. You could be praying for this to block out anything, okay, that possibly may try to hurt, harm, or injure you in any way, shape, or form, okay? And that includes family, friends, lovers, whatever, it don't matter. That's what you are praying for, okay? You are trying to figure out if they've heard your messages, if they've heard anything, and it's like, yes, okay? So don't worry about that. You're fine as long as you don't do any of this toxicity stuff, okay? As long as you don't block people from what they need to learn and the things that they need to do for themselves, you're okay. It's like the abundance and stuff is coming, the love is coming, okay, when it comes to your family and friends. But there is, again, like I said, people have to learn on their own, and you have to teach people how to love you as well. So you may cut people off for a little bit until you figure out what you need to figure out within self. So when you reintroduce yourself to these people, they're going to have to get to know you all over again. They're going to have to understand that, you have boundaries, and it's okay for you guys to disagree, but you're not going to disrespect me type of energy. I do see you getting an email, a phone call, pertaining, if you're waiting for a Reiki healer, a therapist, a psychologist, whatever. If you're waiting for results for something, that's coming back. Could be the 8th that you may hear about this. Things may start moving forward for you the 8th of this month, or 8 days from now, 8 weeks from now, 8 months from now. It all depends on what you're doing. But this is energy of you really setting the tone for how people are going to treat you this year and moving forward. Spirit is adamant about you cutting off things that no longer serve you, no matter what it is. When it comes to family and friends, if it's not serving a purpose in your life, it gotta go. And I'm hearing, even if it hurts. Now, when it comes to finances, you could be communicating with a financial advisor. You could be talking to a Gemini about finances. They could be helping you, or you could be helping them with budgeting or something like that. This is also, you may find your soulmate through a financial situation for some of you. And there's some choices that are going to come up for you when it comes to finances as well. So make sure you are praying and asking for confirmation before you make any moves, okay? Now, when it comes to the love department here, we have the card, the candle card that came out on the side. So back to candle magic. Okay, some of you could have been thinking about candle magic when it pertains to love. But for some of you guys, it's not a good thing for you to do. And for others of you, you may believe that it's okay to do it, or someone may tell you it's okay to do it. It's a 50-50 chance on if it'll work or not. Honestly, it always depends on the person that you're doing the candle magic on, because at the end of the day, if that person doesn't believe in it, they're not putting energy into it, so it's not really going to affect them the way you want it to. It may, cause a few delays or something, but it ain't really going to do much to the person. For others of you, it may go in your favor for a little while, and then it'll stop. If someone does not give consent for you to do these things, that will backfire on you. And again, even if you get somebody else to do it, your hands will still be dirty. The practitioner and you, the person that asks for it, these things will happen. If you're going to do any type of candle magic manifestations, you can only control yourself. Do it on yourself. Give yourself a self-love bath and light a pink candle for self-love and compassion of self and understanding of self. Because then when you do that, instead of trying to control somebody else, you'll be able to control yourself, and you'll be able to sit there and attract what is right for you, what is aligned for you. Whether it's family, friends, or whoever. Magic is your magic for you, to manifest for you, to sit there and fix and alter your reality. But you also got to be ready for that too. Because if you're not ready to do the work, guess what? You'll be forced to do it now. When you're altering energy. I want to clarify this. Let's clarify the candle. Some of you are trying to manifest love in your life. Listen, stop searching for it. Because guess what? When you manifest, you don't realize that you got to manifest all the pain, the suffering, the love, the attention, the affection, everything that you got to go through to get to what it is that you want. You're just hitting the fast forward button on it. So now if you had to kiss 5 frogs that were deadbeat, that would hurt you before you could get to your Prince Charming, guess what? You just hit the fast forward button on having to deal with all of that. This is why I say let things run its course. Yeah, for some of you, it's going to backfire. Okay, like I said, this is the backwards button. This will backfire on you. We have the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius female here with an idea pertaining to a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo male energy here. Don't do it. Don't do it. I think Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, y'all are going through karmic lessons already. And if you don't learn that lesson, guess what? There's consequences to those karmic lessons that you chose to sit there and not learn. All right, let's get some homegirl advice for you guys. Some of y'all need to go get a natal chart reading so that you can understand. You got to go to an astrologer for a natal chart reading so you can understand what karmic lessons you will be up against, okay? The love is there, okay? You have to understand. People will love you because they love you. If they don't love you, they're not going to deal with you. They'll use you, okay? If you're wondering if love is coming your way, it will come your way. But you have to work on self to attract it. True love at that. Manipulating other people's energy is not going to give you what it is that you want. And if you're worried about somebody loving you, they love you. Is there any other homegirl advice? Look, everything is crystal clear. So you know when that card comes out, I don't have to say much at all. But let's see what we have. It says you're more intuitive than you think. You need to trust what's going on. What have you done for yourself lately? Again, it goes back to you again. Pay attention to the signs. It's time to outperform these bitches. 2 months from now is a prominent time for you. Everything is crystal clear. Let's get an oracle message for you guys. And we'll wrap this up. Oracle message. Contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Didn't I tell you guys you got to figure out what it is that you want and what you don't want? And then we have playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestations. Aries, you are the childlike zodiac sign. You're the biggest kid of the zodiac sign. You guys need to release stress through having fun, by laughing, joking, okay? Doing things that make you happy. When you get back on that childlike energy, that vibration, you're able to manifest and do what it is that you need to do for yourself at a faster rate, in a more enjoyable way, okay? Explore your options. All right, Aries, I love you guys. Don't get discouraged. The thing is, right now, Spirit may sit there and force you to be alone for a little bit, just so you can figure out who you are now, because you've changed, you've evolved, you've grown. Your needs and your wants have changed, okay? So it's time to figure that out. But I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.